Hello, gorgeous soul friends. Welcome to my channel, Madame DeVaux. Thank you so much for tuning in and for allowing me into your wondrous experience today. So we're going to be looking into the energies of this week. It's going to be a combination of astrological transits, channelings that I've received from Spirit, and some tarot pools that we'll have at the end of this little session. So this will be for the week of July 4th through the 10th, and the theme of this week's energy is a re-emerging sense of hope. So there's power in an area of your life where maybe you've been lacking focus, or maybe you've given up on this area completely. It seems as though there's a desire to take maybe a more traditional approach towards what this is. You know, this could be a relationship, this could be a job, it could be a hobby. It just feels like there's a call to nurture areas in your life that have been giving you resistance. And this resistance feels self-inflicted, if you want my honest opinion. It feels like you're kind of going within, or maybe not even really going within, but just kind of trying to figure out where you're creating your own resistance in your life. So you're really focusing this week on certain beliefs that you have that are revolved around this particular area, beliefs and constructs that have been built as a result of maybe patterns that your mother has displayed in her life and in the area of life that you're experiencing this resistance in. So a perfect example would be, you know, if you grew up in a home with a single mother and you were frequently experiencing your mother bringing home partner after partner after partner after partner, maybe you're noticing this same energy within your relationships. You know, maybe you find yourself struggling to keep a single partner, or this could be in the sense of your mother having a failed business, and maybe you find yourself continuously giving up on businesses or continuously feeling like you failed in the business aspect. So you're being called to kind of look at patterns that you're experiencing within your life and comparing them to patterns that your mother has experienced within her life related to this specific area, because this feels like it's in a particular area. So this, like I said, could be work, hobbies, relationship related. It'll vary for each of you. It'll vary depending on the placements in your chart. You know, the astrological transits that we're seeing this week, they will affect you depending on where, these planets and these signs are placed in your chart. So there is this kind of motherly aspect to these questions that you're asking, these beliefs that you're holding about this particular area of your life. And while you're watching this video, the first thing that comes to mind is usually what it is. So whatever you're thinking about right now, that's probably what it's resonating for, or what these messages are for. So it just feels like there is a specific kind of area in your life where you're seeing a lot of resistance, you're seeing a lot of obstacles, and maybe you've tried to attack these obstacles head on in the physical realm, right? Like you've tried to take all of these different steps to overcome these obstacles, but they still keep presenting themselves. So this is kind of why you're being called this month, especially because we have all of this Cancerian energy going on, specifically this week, as we move into this new moon in Cancer, which I'll get into in just a second. It's kind of calling for us to look inside and look inward and see where the obstacles are coming from within, because a lot of this resistance, I think you'll find, is more self-inflicted as you do this work and as you kind of figure out where these obstacles are rooted. You'll see that, a lot of these are within limiting beliefs that you hold about whatever this area is. We could be feeling this energy heightened around this new moon in Cancer on July 10th, which is 18 degrees in its home sign of Cancer. And Cancer's energy is maternal, right? Because the moon rules maternal energy, it rules the motherly energy. So it's all about nurturing as long as it has the safe space to do so, because Cancer is a very cautious sign. So this energy is kind of pushing us to restructure our plans in a way that we can achieve our goals and achieve the goals affiliated with these areas that previously lacked focus, but achieve them in a way that allows for progress that is safe and maybe a bit gentler than the approach we were taking before. Because like I said, before it seemed more of like a head-on attack, like a direct approach, whereas this moon in Cancer is kind of pushing us to seek alternative routes towards the goal or towards success with whatever this is. much like the feminine energy, right? When you think of the feminine, it takes the scenic route, right? It doesn't take the direct route towards its goal. Feminine energy is very kind of like windy, and likes to kind of just enjoy the experience rather than just getting to the goal itself. It's kind of just like it figures out different ways to approach things. It feels like there's kind of this switch up. There's a way that you change up your approach to something. And it feels in relation to getting a goal or achieving something or receiving something. You're trying to get something. And the way that you've been going about getting this hasn't been working. So this new moon in Cancer is going to kind of push you to figure out a different direction, a more successful and maybe even gentler, because the way that you were approaching this particular energy before was a little too direct, and it was maybe even a little confrontational, and it just wasn't working. It was creating more resistance because of that. So this is going to kind of allow you to flow into your goals steadily rather than attacking them head on and possibly getting a head injury in the process. Of course, this energy will be more or less intense depending on your relationship with your ability to release personal traumas and baggage and all of the accumulated upsets that have previously piled up. So this new moon is also going to be bringing nostalgia and lots of mood swings. So we could see a lot of reconciliation during this time because many people are going to be feeling the pressure to release a lot of the heavy emotions that have been on their chest. Paired with these feelings of nostalgia, don't be surprised if you receive a message or maybe even repayment of some sort from someone that you had a falling out with, because I kept picking up the energy of somebody who owed somebody money or owed somebody something. So if you've been, in a situation where somebody owes you money or somebody owes you something, they haven't repaid you for maybe a service or something of that nature, do expect a message or some form of repayment to come forth. You can expect this to happen around the time of the new moon. There is an assertiveness to this energy though, even though it's this gentle Cancerian motherly moon energy, there's this assertiveness that's kind of present. It screams feminine power, if you ask me. It kind of says like, I am who I am, and who I am is more than enough. This energy is most likely related to Mars being in the boisterous sign of Leo. There's this unapologetic realness to our expression of self this week. And this energy also supports dramatic, even risky fashion and beauty decisions. And it's emphasized by Venus's transit through Leo. So if you've been thinking about, dyeing your hair a crazy color or doing something out of the norm or out of the box that you don't typically do with your beauty routine, this is the time to do it, because Venus is kind of blessing these risky decisions that you take in terms of your looks and your appearance and all of that stuff. This could apply as somebody learning how to do more dramatic makeup looks, or somebody having more money to afford more expensive beauty treatments or products. So you may find yourself balling out here until the 21st on beauty and self-care. So those are just some general messages that I've channeled along with these astrological transits that we have going on this week. Let's look and see what the tarot cards say. I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards, and we'll see what's going on this week for the collective. Okay, so your first card is the 5 of Swords. We'll pull 2 more. All right, so you also have the Tower, and you have the Magician. So this energy is kind of emphasizing what I was picking up earlier about a lot of risky decisions that are being made this week in terms of beauty, in terms of fashion, that of course, because the Magician is present, will end up in your favor. You may have a lot of people telling you like, no, don't do that, don't do that with yourself. But maybe your gut's telling you like, wow, I really want to dye my hair blue. And like everybody's telling you like, no, you wouldn't look good with blue hair. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, there's a lot of discouraging energies around you, but you're still being called to do something, and you may end up just popping off on these people. You know what I mean? So do it. Do what your heart tells you. If you're being called to take a risk, especially in the realms of beauty, this month, guys, and particularly until the 21st of July, I would say that, you know, this is a really, really great time to do so. Starting this week until the 21st, this is going to be a really, really good time to take beauty risks. There's an energy of non-conformity with this Magician card, right? So it's kind of doing things that maybe other people feel like you shouldn't be doing or something like that. And it's not to say that you're doing anything bad, right? Like, it doesn't feel like, maybe to them it feels like you are self-destructing, right? Because there's people around you who this week, they may feel like you're self-destructing, or they may feel like you're breaking down with something that you're doing. Or maybe there's something that you want to do and you kind of have to self-destruct your old life in order to bring about this new energy. So you kind of are at odds with some people here, or there's like energies around you who are kind of at odds with you in terms of something that you want to do. And for some of you, you may end up even walking away from some of these people because they just don't support you. That's what this Tower is giving me. It's a very much lack of support type of energy. That's what this Tower is giving me. Especially with that Five of Swords, it's like there's definitely a lot of people this week who are going to be kind of maybe questioning you, or questioning like your decisions, questioning your ideas, and not really showing their support. So that's why the Magician is here. It's reminding us, like, even when other people aren't supporting you, you are your number one fan, right? If you can't get yourself up, nobody's going to do it for you. So you kind of have to be there to support yourself. And I think that's why the theme of this week is this sense of hope re-emerging. Because I think at one point, some of you were very much giving up on something because you had so many people, or you had so many voices around telling you, like, and these may even just be voices in your own head, right? Like, this doesn't even have to be unsupportive people around you. This could just be your own inner critic, you know, telling you all of these things and breaking yourself down. But for some of you, there are actually people around you who are, you know, saying some nasty things to break you down. And I do believe that some of you are going to be kind of disconnecting from these energies this week. So, I mean, this could even be in the sense of, you know, taking a different approach to a situation where maybe there was somebody who was unsupportive, right? At one point, I think some of you may have completely abandoned this project, or abandoned whatever this is because of what other people were saying. Whereas now with the Magician, you know, you've come into this place of self-improvement and self-empowerment is a better word. Self-empowerment. You've come into a place of self-empowerment, and because of that, you're less likely to give up on these things that maybe other people are questioning around you. Maybe other people are telling you, you know, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. Because this Five of Swords feels like somebody telling somebody what they should or shouldn't be doing with their life. And it's kind of put you in this weird place of limbo. That's what this feels like. It feels like there's a state of limbo here because there's maybe somebody in your life who says, oh no, you shouldn't be doing this. Or, oh no, you shouldn't be doing that. But it feels right because you have the Magician, so the Magician listens to his gut. He's got his intuition, right? The High Priestess is very connected to her intuition, but so is the Magician. Right? In the original tarot, he's got one hand facing the sky and one hand facing the ground to symbolize that connection from the source to the third dimensional realm. So that's what's happening here, is you have your gut telling you something completely different than what your third dimensional friends and family members are telling you. So it's kind of created this inner conflict. There is a sense of inner conflict. There's a battle that's maybe either taken place or is currently taking place. And I think this week we're really going to see ourselves overcoming that and starting to kind of see that sunrise happening. Because this month, guys, is going to bring so many blessings. Like, we got this conjunction coming up in a couple of weeks, and it's just a lot's going to be happening this month. I mean, we're coming into Leo season this month, so it's just going to be a lot. It's a lot of big energies that we're going to be seeing, a lot of big manifestations that are going to be coming about. But that is the energy pool for this week. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of my weekly energy check-ins. Comment down below and let me know how these energies are affecting you, if you're already feeling these energies, how you're feeling about these energies, what you've been experiencing, what you've been manifesting. Let me know down below. Just share your thoughts with me, guys. I love to read them. I may not respond to all of your comments. I don't have a chance to respond to every single one of your comments, but I do read them. So, you know, let yourself be heard down in the comment box below. And follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, guys. It's in the description box and it's listed somewhere around here. I'll see you guys later. Take care and have a beautiful rest of your week. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.